what is up guys? Natasha here and we're back. By back, I mean check out our new studio. Doesn't it look cool? There's an effort between me and Rain and we're super excited to share this space with you guys. Alright, so why we're here today, we have the OPPO A9 2020. Yeah, OPPO is from the future for this one. Not 2019, they're 2020. This smartphone features the Snapdragon 665 chipset, 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. That's some pretty meaty specs for a very simple processor. But anyways, before we get too much into it, let's unbox. Alright guys, before we go into the phone, let's kind of like show you guys what's inside the mini box. Inside the mini box, you'll get your jelly case. It does come with like some textures in the back. And it has the cutout for the quad cameras on the back, which I'm really excited to show you guys. And then after that, you also have your SIM pin. And here comes the phone. And in the box, you also have your charger. You have earphones, which is always really nice. And this one comes with a 3.5mm headphone jack. And last but not least is your USB Type-C cable, which is very important for charging. All right, guys, let's kind of like unwrap this phone. Wow. I don't know about you guys, but I really love the design on this phone. On the back, you get a quad camera set. You have your LED flash, rear mounted fingerprint reader on the back here. And over here, it says you're designed for A series and OPPO. And if you guys look really closely, there's kind of like shine and shimmer to that, which I really like. Now on the front here, you have your water drop notch as well as a slight chin at the bottom. On the left here, you have your power button. It does come with some green accents. And on the right, you have your volume rocker as well as your SIM card tray. I'm just curious to see what kind of SIM tray this is. So kind of like have a look. Nice. So you do get a triple SIM tray with this. You get 2 SIM slots as well as your micro SD, which is really nice, which means that you don't have to kind of choose if you want more memory or you want to have your secondary number. Really good, OPPO. Really good. Just so you guys know, this phone does support up to 256GB of external storage, which is super nice. Alright guys, so from the front here, you do have the water drop notch, and in the notch is a 16-megapixel selfie camera, which is super nice. On the back here is of course the quad camera setup, 48-megapixel main camera, 8-megapixel ultra-wide sensor, 2-megapixel depth, and 2-megapixel telephoto lens. Kind of like really impressive for a phone of this caliber, actually. Now on the bottom here, what I really like obviously is the 3.5mm headphone jack. That's a dying species. I know I shouldn't be holding on to this, but I do really like it. And you have your USB-C port as well as your speaker grill. So just so you guys know, this phone does come with a dual stereo speaker by Dolby Atmos. So you have one speaker here as well as one speaker at the top. All you need to know basically about the OPPO A9 2020. Now we've come to the best part of this series, which is what we liked and didn't really like about the OPPO A9 2020. Let's start off with what we liked. Number one, as mentioned before earlier, I did mention this phone does come with Dolby Atmos dual stereo speakers, and it's really nice, especially when you're gaming, because it's actually like front facing and it just kind of like blasts in your face. It's great for gaming, it's great for video watching, it's great for listening to music as well. Number two, let's talk about a feature that we don't really hear in a phone like this. Let's start off with the 5000 milliamp battery. So 5000 milliamp battery is kind of huge for a phone like this. And you know, it's basically gonna last you a long time. It's gonna last you all day. But what makes this phone super interesting as well is the fact that you can reverse charge with it. Very useful, very nice. Number three, let's talk about the design. So this phone, oh my gosh, this is one of those kind of phones where you know it's like a normal phone, but you get that flagship kind of premium kind of look to it. It actually reminds me a little bit of the OPPO Reno, but I do like the design of this one a little bit better. I love like those shines that appear when it hits the light. Now let's talk about things that I didn't really like about this phone. Let's start off with performance. In terms of gaming, this phone does have a Game Boost 2.0, but unfortunately because of the processor, you aren't gonna get like the best graphics or the best gameplay on this device. You can still game on it, like say PUBG runs on lowest for this. It works fine, but for games that are a little bit more graphic intensive, like say Final Fantasy or even Asphalt 9, you're gonna get some crazy frame drops with this, which I'm kind of disappointed about. Number 2, let's talk about a design flaw. Overall, I love the design of this phone, but unfortunately, I feel like this phone is kind of bulky and kind of thick. You can see over here, I think because of the 5000 milliamp battery, it does make this phone a little bit thick, and it also makes this phone a little bit heavy. This phone weighs at 196 grams. This phone does come with quad cameras, but the quad cameras are nothing groundbreaking. But what I'm really disappointed is obviously the selfie camera. I feel like the selfie camera kind of like, the color is kind of bland to me. It's nothing like when you look at other phones, they have like a little bit more color, makes something pop out. This one's a little bit more on the gray side. It looks like the color just doesn't pop out for me. It's just not cutting it. But you know, it may be a preference thing. Some people may like this kind of photo, but personally, it's just not for me. Alright guys, that's all that we liked and didn't really like about the OPPO A9 2020. If you're interested in getting this phone will be available soon, so you can check out their website and even their Facebook page to find out more. I'm Natasha, and I'm about to go and check out Final Fantasy's latest trailer by Final Fantasy VII Remake, because it's so amazing and you should go check it out too. Bye guys!